Namaste everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rakhi and in this video we are going to practice further exercises of preparations of Chakrasana. So if you haven't watched my previous two videos on Chakrasana, I'm providing the link in description box below so that you can go there and watch them. It will get easier for you to understand or relate to this video. Now let's start practicing. Come upon your fours on the knees and palms. So we keep hip and knee in one line, shoulder and wrist in one line, palms shoulder width apart, fingers wider open. This is also called as quadruped position. Our first practice is for the forearms and the wrist. So first watch it and then practice. We need to shift our body weight slightly forward as far as possible for you, and then shift your body weight back. Shift forward and back. When you shift forward, you will feel stretch on the inner side of your forearms and the wrist. Keep pressing your palms firmly, fingertips wider open, and then shift back. So likewise, we are going to practice it for 5 or 7 more counts. Do not try to bend your elbows anytime. Now once you are done with this, you need to turn the fingertips inside. And again, the same movement. Shift back. You will feel a very nice stretch on the forearms. And shift forward. Shift back. Shift forward, shift back, shift forward. Make sure when you are shifting forward and backwards, your complete palms is firmly pressed. It's not lifting from any side. Repeat it for 5 or 7 counts. Now once you are done with this movement, another movement is we need to turn the fingertips again forward. Now from here, turn the palms up. Now this movement can be really challenging for a few of us. So make sure we are going to hold it there, not moving forward and backward. Hold it for around 30 seconds. And then you can release after 30 seconds. Now the next movement is for the knees. So with the inhalation, stretch your leg back, straighten the knee. With the exhalation, bend the knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Toe pointed upright. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. And repeat it for 7 or 5 counts. Throughout this practice, try to engage your core. Now once you are done with the right side of leg, drop the knee down, hands switch the leg. Inhale, stretch the left leg behind. Keep engaging the core again. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. And keep doing for another 5 or 7 counts. Now once you are done with this movement, bend the knee and drop it back. Now the next movement is for our spine. Cat and camel posture. Inhale, lower spine. Throughout this movement, make sure keep your elbows completely straight, chest lifted. Anytime you're not dropping the shoulders like this. So keep the chest lifted or elbows straight. With exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Repeat this for another 5 or 7 rounds. Now once you are done, you can release the posture, bringing the spine to the neutral position. Now our next movement is the Ustrasana posture. So standing on the knees, knees are hip width apart, toes will be pointing outside again, placing the palms on the waist. So if you are a complete beginner, I will suggest you to keep the palms on the waist. Once you feel comfortable, you can drop your palms on the feet. Lift the chest forward and up, taking the elbows back. And from here, with the inhalation, squeeze your hips and push the hip forward. At the same time, lifting the chest up to the ceiling and arch your back. If you find this posture comfortable, you can drop your neck back. If you're not comfortable, you can keep looking forward. If you find it comfortable, you can drop the palms on the feet one by one and drop the neck back. Now once you want to come out of this posture, first support your stomach with the right or left palm. Turn yourself towards the other side and then shift your hips slightly back and then slowly extend your hands forward and go to Shashankasana. Now after relaxing here for 5 or 7 breaths, you can walk back and sit upright. Now about Ustrasana, the Ustrasana posture gives you same stretch on the frontal body part or the same contraction on the back or the hips, which you're gonna feel while practicing the Chakrasana posture. Our next posture is the puppy pose. So for puppy pose, we need to shift at the back side of the mat, toes pointed backwards. Now for the puppy pose, make sure we keep our hip and knee in one line or perpendicular to the ground and extend the arms forward. So we're gonna lift the hips up, feeling the stretch on the glutes, and now from here extending the hands forward, try to drop the chest down and chin down. A few of you may be feeling challenging while doing this posture. If you cannot move to the complete posture of puppy hold, you can go as much as possible for you. This is not compulsory to drop the chest down. As much as possible for you, you can hold the posture. You can stop here wherever you can. If you can, drop the chest down and hold. Hold in there for 5 or 7 breaths. And now once you are done, we are going to lie down on the stomach. So extending the spine forward, lie down on the stomach. Our next posture is the Bhujangasana. For doing the Bhujangasana, I am taking the feet to mat width apart. Dropping the palms beside the chest, forehead down. Make sure we're not going to shrug the shoulders down like this. So keep rotating the shoulders back and try to take your shoulder blades close from behind. Exhale out completely. And once you feel ready to come into the posture, with the inhalation, squeezing your hips, lift the head and chest. For first round, lift only the chest up. And then with the exhalation, gently drop the chest and head. Now for the next round, inhale, keep squeezing the hips, and this time try to lift the navel also up. Keep the elbows again bended. Make sure anytime you're not going to shrug the shoulders like this. If this is getting challenging for you, you can come up as much as possible for you, but do not shrug the shoulders. Hold it there for 5 or 7 breaths. Now the exhalation, gently come out. Now our next practice is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. For the Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, we need to straighten the elbows, and it is a little intense posture. You need to lift your thighs and knees from the mat. So observe this posture first. So for this time, we will take the palms slightly below the chest. And with the inhalation, lift the head and chest. Pressing the toes on the mat. Lift your knees and thighs. And try to take your chest in between the palms. Squeezing the hip. Maintaining your shoulders and wrist in one line. Look up. Breathe. Hold it there for 5 or 7 breaths. Once you're done, you can gently rest. Take the palms back and relax. Now this Urdhva Mukha Svanasana will allow you to learn how to take the weight on our palms, shoulders or whole arms. Now our next posture is the variation of the Shalabhasana. Get ready. Dropping the head down, extending the hands beside the thighs. Lift your hands and interlock your fingers from the back. Once rotate the shoulders back, taking your shoulder blades close to each other. Exhaling out completely. Once you find it comfortable to lift the body with the inhalation, lift up. head up, chest up, lifting both the legs up, and if you are ready, you can lift your both hands up. As much as high possible to you. Try to feel the contraction on the upper back. It is a very nice posture which helps you to open up the upper back and the shoulders. Lift as much as high possible for you. Hold it there for 5 or 7 breaths. Now this posture helps you to bear the contraction while you want to practice the Chakrasana. And also this posture prepares your frontal body part or your lower stomach when you want to come up and you feel the stretch on the abdomen. Once you are done with the exhalation, you can come out. Resting in Shashankasana is very much important after doing this practice. So take the palm support beside the chest and shift your hips on the heels. Rest here for a couple of seconds. And if you feel comfortable, you can come out.